They're smoking hot, but are e-cigarettes safe? It's a big question for the unregulated and untested industry.
But a new study reveals that e-cigarettes might be as effective as the nicotine patch in getting people to kick the habit. News 13's Frank Perboni has part 2 of his special report.
Do you want your receipt?
E-cigs are soaring as more tobacco users experiment with what users call vaping.
I've tried the patch.
Doris Ballard has smoked for 15 years and tried the e-cigarette because her daughter wanted her to quit.
I think it's wonderful. I mean, you just feel like it's really sort of like a cigarette because you see the steam come out of it.
That steam is a water vapor, not smoke.
I'm super cool, and this is Black Bear.
Something experts agree is not nearly as harmful as the smoke from tobacco cigarettes.
We do know that there's a lot less carcinogens or contaminants in e-cigarettes compared to conventional cigarettes.
Dr. Brady Shroer heads up the addiction center at Pardee Hospital. He doesn't promote the use of any nicotine, which is highly addictive, but says e-cigs appear to be a safer alternative.
Conventional cigarettes have approximately 11,000 contaminants or carcinogens every time you inhale. And we know that e-cigarettes are somewhere in the vicinity of 10. So there's a substantial less exposure to the e-cigarette as compared to a conventional cigarette.
9303.
Conventional cigarette companies have seen the writing on the wall. North Carolina-based Lorilard has bought out e-blue, and other tobacco giants are racing to enter the e-cig industry, where sales have been red hot.
I can't keep them in. I have to order by boxes of dozens because I have so many people smoke these cigarettes.
And now, a just-released study in the medical journal The Lancet is giving credence to e-cigarettes as a method for smoking cessation.
And they looked at close to 1,000 people. It turned out they were looking to see if the e-cigarettes could help people to quit.
Dr. Cyril Abrams, a Park Ridge cardiologist, says the study suggests e-cigs may have some legitimate benefits.
It's really the first bit of research, and it has created quite a stir because of just that reason, that maybe it can be useful. It turned out that it was just a few percentage points above the currently acceptable things to help people quit, such as nicotine patches.
But some worry a lack of regulations make e-cigs very different from nicotine patches.
One problem with the e-cigarette is you don't know how much nicotine you're actually getting because it's not regulated.
That's why some e-cig vapor manufacturers, like Mountain Vapor in Hendersonville, support some regulation to control what goes in the liquid vapor bottle.
We imagine if they're going to go for GMP, good manufacturing practices are going to have to be followed, so we're putting things in place to make sure that we can be compliant with all that.
Rules for a product that's changing attitudes, even in a state famous for selling tobacco.
They start out smoking the e-cigarette with a little bit of nicotine, and then they switch over to no nicotine. A lot of people just use them to cut back. Some people use them and totally quit and never have to buy them again. My husband quit.
There's so many people I know that's got the COPD, and, you know, I worry about that.
Now, critics complain that the e-cig industry is trying to hook teenagers on nicotine. They're doing it by offering sweet flavors such as bubble gum and fruits.
But e-cig sellers say that's not the case, with many voluntarily agreeing not to sell them to anyone under the age of 18.